Hey guys, so we're at the AgQuip 2025 show for Think Global Logistics as a stand, and it's lunchtime, having a break, so we shoot some content for this passion project. As I'm progressing through this journey of building out my Land Cruiser, we're going to sort of deep dive a bit more on the aftermarket infotainment options, what you can do, and learn from my mistakes and experiences. You can see the screen there, it's massive. So that's a 12.9-inch screen. And what I love about that is that you can see the buttons underneath it. You can actually touch some controls, right? Whereas these days, a lot of these screens don't have these buttons, which can be a bit cumbersome, especially for the passenger. I did have already an aftermarket Android unit in there. Did a bit of research, just chose some high spec on AliExpress, and pretty much went with one that I thought was good, but was still one of the more affordable versions. It cost me, I think it was maybe about 400 Australian dollars. I took that opportunity, learned how to wire everything up and reinstall it myself, which is great. I put the Focal Flex compact profile woofers into the door panels in here, and this entire door pod and door card is by Department of Interior. I installed that, and with the old Android unit that I replaced, it drove a better sound out of those, but it was still sort of lackluster, right? The quality, and that's why I went and bought like amplifier as well as a subwoofer, thinking that, well, that's what it needed. Now, I think the first Android unit that I put in there did have a DSP. I don't think it was a very good one, a very powerful one. Why? When I installed that thing, the sound quality is night and day, guys, night and day. This unit is about $800, so double the price, guys. But I think given the sound quality, the tactile buttons and the big screen, I think that's a 2K screen, everything is totally worth the 800 bucks I spent on it. And the company is called Mekede's Shenzhen Proprietary Limited or something like that, but the model is called the DUDU7, right? DUDU7. So far it's not a Dudu, okay? But it's been a quality product. And from what I learned on YouTube is that this company basically are the designers of software that goes into these hardware. And now they're basically selling the hardware as well. So the look and feel of the operating system, let's call it that, is again, night and day to the first Android unit that I got. It's really, really good quality. You feel like you're driving like a luxury car, right? It's super cool. So much functionalities. Not only do they sell the head unit, they also come with these accessories. So this one particularly is the Bluetooth control unit, and you can see I've mounted on the steering wheel here. So you can pair that with the unit, and then basically you can program these buttons to do whatever you want them to do, like a shortcut and what have you, right? Now the head unit also came with a larger packaging. They all feel like a MacBook packaging or iPhone packaging, whereas the first Android unit just came in a dodgy box with bubble wrap. Learn from my mistakes or trials and errors. Invest yourself into one of these or something similar of that caliber. There are many channels on YouTube, by the way, that reviews Android head units every year that released, and this was one of the top ones on 2025 release. Maybe next year be some other brand, but I highly recommend you do your own research and choose those ones that's being reviewed properly, because I chose this one after I saw a review, and so far it's been proving fantastic. The sound quality is great, the screen is massive, the buttons is super cool. There's also an app on there, it's called the Master Sound or something like that. It's being contributed by all of the users, because you've got to register as well if you opt to, and then you can submit what your preset tuning of the system, and you can download their profiles and it then uploads their profile tuning onto your system. I always go for the Apple CarPlay because I've got iPhone, but after using that thing for a while, guys, like there's no need for Apple CarPlay because the Android experience is so much better. It's so much more seamless, and in fact, if you use Apple CarPlay on this, it reduces the sound quality for some reason. Oh, and by the way, for all of you guys who have had an Android unit and suffer from hands-free quality, or people can't hear you and so forth, guess what? Because I chose the highest spec, where the speaker is mounted, which is just on top of the screen here, the quality of my hands-free, while still not perfect, it was a huge improvement. I will choose that any day of the week compared to a predefined one that you can get in the Australian market in the shop or something like that. You know, like this is just so cool. For now, that's the DUDU7 infotainment system on my Troopy.